I got back 10 books from CGC that I submitted 14 months ago. All of them, who cares? The real problem is, why am I still collecting? Stay tuned.
Fat dad, gonna put on a shirt. Will it fit? No, it can't, 'cause he eats all the food. Look out, here comes a fat dad.
Hi, Will of Fat Dad Comics here. And over here to my right, I have a stack of books that I received from CGC. I already tried to do an unboxing video, but that failed miserably. So, the element of surprise, I already knew the grades anyway. So, element of surprise is gone, gone, gone. So, I'm just going to quickly go over these real quick and then go on a little rant. And then I'm going to end the video and we will all go on with our lives. Okay, so first we have up is Something is Killing the Children, #1. This is the 8th print. This I got for free. One I got for free in the submission. The other one I paid for, like $10 or whatever. So this is #1, 8th print. This was really popular 14 months ago when I actually submitted these. And each and every one of these I submitted with the intention to resell, to make some money off of, to support my uncontrollable habit of collecting comic books. And, after 14 months, the value of these comic books have gone down significantly. So it's kind of not worth it anymore. But still, I did receive them. Got this in a 9.8. Awesome. It's always nice to get 9.8s. And all of them, 9.8. This is Amazing Spider-Man #61. This is a Tyler Kirkham variant cover. This is a Amazing Spider-Man #300 homage cover. And it's a virgin. So all these elements that I'm kind of outlining over here are selling points used here. Virgin, homage cover, Tyler Kirkham. So these are like little buzzwords I would use to sell it. Like, yes. So I think I bought this one and the next one you're gonna see for $100 a set. Paid an additional maybe $40 each to get these graded in hopes to sell them for like $200, $300. That's what they were like going for at that time. The whole modern CGC FOMO market kind of went down. Even big books are going down in price. So that's a whole different video though. So yeah, this very nice cover. It's nice to have as in your collection, displayed on your wall, but not going to get nearly the amount that I would want. Probably just make my money back or lose money. More likely that. So here's the second one. This is Amazing Spider-Man #62. This is volume 5, by the way. Another Tyler Kirkham Virgin variant. This is an homage to Spider-Man 1. Both of them were Todd McFarlane homages to probably the most iconic covers he was involved with. ASM, that being ASM 300 and Spider-Man #1, respectively. So there's this beauty, 9.8. All right, I did mention that they're all 9.8s. All right, so 20 years ago, 20-year hiatus before I started collecting again a year and a half ago. And always been an Amazing Spider-Man fan. That's Spider-Man's my thing. So I can get some Amazing Spider-Man Volume 5 #1s for cover price. Thought I'd get them graded. The average sales on forgot what outlet. It wasn't Go Collect. It was whatever. One of those sites. Damn, I got fucking shit brain. Anyway, so yeah, these were selling for average on whatever the hell website it was, $75 on average. I thought I'd make a little something on it. I don't think I could sell it for 30 bucks, but got one of those. Okay, another one of those, Amazing Spider-Man #1. This is the premiere edition. This is a part sketch cover, first appearance of Kindred. Who cares about Kindred? This is a Nick Spencer run. You know, it was okay. The first part of the series actually wasn't that bad. But, you know, whatever. Again, I got this premiere edition with hopes of turning it around for a decent amount of money. Not going to happen. Learning curve. Got another one of these. Very nice. Yum, yum, yum. Then we have Batman #108. This is the Rogue Comics Derek Chu variant cover. It's also a Virgin. This is Miracle Molly. Molly's first appearance. James Tiny and the Fourth. Goodness. Yeah, so again, same mentality. Spend a small amount of money and hoping to make when I first got into this, I just saw the egregious amounts of money these comics were selling for after being slabbed and graded, especially in a 9.8. And now the market has super duper 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 been corrected. All right, so like for example, we have this first appearance of Cindy Moon, Amazing Spider-Man #4. I think the high grade raw is like $150, $180. Maybe you could sell this thing in a 9.8, which I have in a 9.8 for like 300 bucks. All right, so and then not taking grading into consideration, not taking cleaning into consideration, right? Shipping, all that good stuff. You're making very small amount of money. So you're starting to see books like even Wolverine #1 over here having a 9.4. And a 9.6, it sells for like 100, 150 now. Whereas before you can get away with selling it for closer to 350 in a 9.6. This is a 9.4. I don't think I could even. I think if raw, they go anywhere between $80 to $100, depending on the condition, right? So again, like, so it seems like even getting them slabbed is not, you're not getting the same, you're not getting that increase in fair market value just because it's slabbed. They're pretty much selling for what they're worth in the raw. Something I've noticed. Again, that's a whole different video. But yeah, so again, I got this with the intention to resell because you know I want to be a greedy little pig and wear a suit where the buttons are holding on for dear life. No, that's not why. I wanted to do it so I could buy myself some Amazing Spider-Man that's more expensive. And being quite honest, I probably, if I could, sell to a point where I could live off of the money I make in the hobby. But you know, the market corrected itself. And for all of you righteous collectors, you know, send me that aha. Anyway, Something's Killing the Children. 8th print, another one of these. Who knows which one I got for free because I bought Berserker #1 and #2. Which one I spent a $10 on. Regardless, it's in a 9.8. And yeah, worth not much. Okay. Amazing Spider-Man #1, Volume 5, Cover A. Same thing. Thought I could get it, sell it for like 75 bucks. Which, you know, decent profit on it. 30, 40 bucks in profit in a 9.8. Not anymore. Market has changed significantly for the better, probably. Although I will say this, a lot of resellers who used to hawk the graded comic book has just moved on to something else that's more fruitful, probably costs them less money, takes less time for them to get the stuff. So the resellers that, you know, us righteous collectors don't want to exist in the hobby are still thriving. They're still thriving. They're still doing really well. So, you know, it just seems like it's the way it goes. It's like the machine, right? But whatever. So we have Spawn, number 9. First Angela, first medieval Spawn in a 9.8. Beautiful, beautiful. This was super hot. I think of all these books that I have here, this is probably the only one that has any real like value. But like this thing has gone down significantly. In the raw, it was worth more money when I first acquired it, and in a 9.8, it was worth more money. So I don't even know if you can sell these for one. I haven't checked the data on how much you could sell these for, but you know, it's whatever. I would probably make money on this anyway because I didn't spend a lot on it, but still. I got all of these pressed with CCS, so there goes more towards cost out of my pocket. So yeah, learning experience here. Another Virgin variant cover, and talking about what I said before, where the resellers have shifted. I mean, we have these variant covers that I think are and exclusive covers. I know there was like some controversy surrounding an exclusive at a con recently. So and everyone, I mean, rightfully so, everybody was up in arms about it. There was some like manipulation; it was unauthorized, and all this good stuff. So, you know, it makes sense for us to throw up some pitchforks in those instances. But again, the resellers are fine. Anyone who's been doing well with their reseller, their maybe their strategy has shifted, right? So I came late to the party, not knowing what the hell I was doing. Like everyone who was successful at this was already been in the game for quite some time and has some experience with their losses because everyone takes losses and their gains, and they quickly shifted to something else, and they're doing just fine. So any like animosity towards the resellers, I mean, I think they're sleeping with a clean conscience, right? So anyway, last one with the custom label. So I paid an extra $5. 9.8, Amazing Spider-Man number 1, volume 5. This is the Humberto Ramos, all of them were Humberto Ramos cover. This is a Virgin. Again, Virgin, maybe not so much Humberto Ramos, although I really do love the way he drew down that Rhino here on this cover, and Mysterio looks pretty cool. And 9.8. Those are all the buzzwords, right? Buy it now. $5 million for this one if you want it, if you guys are interested. So anyway, now that this is out of the way, this is gonna be my last CGC unboxing for quite some time. Because I think what's starting to happen with me as a collector, I'm noticing that I'm not having fun anymore doing it. The thing that kind of like pushed me into the hobby, as like hard as I've gone and with as much happiness, was, besides the comic books, was the interaction with many of the individuals involved in the hobby. And then that very same thing is kind of what's pushing me away. And it is a mix of the righteous collectors, the gatekeepers, the Gandalfs. I like to call them the Gandalfs of the comic book community, and also the bad players in it, because I think foolishly you want people to actually care about you in these things because you kind of like start to feel like you care about them. You start to learn about these individuals for who they are as a person, on top of the fact that they're showing you their collection, right? It goes beyond the books. The books is the talking point to meeting new individuals, and then you start to recognize that um, it's not as pure. It's no different than sitting at a damn table at at a high school during whatever your lunch period was. There are you know there are the cool kids over there. There are the jocks. There are the punk rockers. There are the artsy guys. There are the social rejects, if you will. So it's kind of like just like everything else. There is nothing uh, pure. I'm gonna be a nihilist here. There's no purity. Um, I think we take the dichotomy of good and evil within these very books that we like to read a little too seriously, um, and we start to kind of marginalize uh, some of these individuals, or like put them in a box, because maybe we're just not smart enough to think of individuals as being dynamic. I think the hobby, or at least I thought the hobby, is a dynamic thing. Because if you think about it, you have collectors who collect for covers. You have collectors who just want to have full runs. You have collectors who actually collect and read them. You have collectors who want to collect certain genres like horror comics, um, or certain characters or whatever. So we're dynamic by nature. We are dynamic creatures by nature. Okay. I think the reason why we seem to be one dimensional is because we do that to ourselves. We define ourselves through our occupation that we didn't grow up thinking about doing. No one grew up and thought they were going to be involved in security integration on a commercial level. That's what I do. Access control. I never thought how wonderful it was going to be to wire doors and then program them so that people could get into their businesses securely. Never crossed my mind growing up. I used these books as a device to really talk about my feelings towards the state of the hobby right now. And I think this has always been the state of the hobby. I'm just experiencing it now for the last few months. I think this is something that had always been happening. I'm just like new to it. And it's a little disheartening because I really wanted it to be this sort of escape from the sorts of things that are happening now. This righteousness, these good and evil, this kind of made the thing for me, this hobby, pretty whack. So now I just collect. I listen in on some people talk. I watch their top tens. I sit back, watch the drama. Um, I'll collect books if I can afford it. I'll be a completist. One of those things in a box. I'll try to be a completist in some instances. If I think something is cool, I'll buy it. I'll read it. I actually read a lot of the horror comic series. I read Isolation by Swolger Publishing. It was okay. So I kind of use these 10 books here as a device for a talking point for my feelings towards the hobby. And you know I think there are many good people and it's still very fun and many good things uh, with it. And if I'm gonna be in the majority of people that are just sort of shrugging their shoulders. It is what it is. I'm fine with that. I'm just going to collect my books. I'm going to read them, talk to the people who have been good and kind this entire time, and that's it. So, with that being said, stay tuned. Keep collecting.